And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Here, and it is Sunday, and you know what that means. It's time for the weekly purchases, that time of the week where we investigate what came through the door via DHL, Amazon, UPS, United States Postal Service, FedEx, and of course that cagey outlaw, that old friend of the channel, that old outlaw, Waylon Jennings. And of course, we talk about everything that came through the door this week, and a little housekeeping to start off as usual. This week, a big week. Not a ton of figures like the last couple of weeks. However, a big delivery waiting about a year for, and I think a lot of you guys and gals watching this video might have got this as well this week. So we'll talk about that in a little bit, so stay tuned for weekly purchases. We also got, of course, the question of the week. We got to talk about that later on. Don't forget to ask your question in the comments for next week's question of the week. But let's start with some housekeeping. A lot of stuff to talk about this week. Right off the bat, Patreon December giveaway. CM Punk Supreme, an all-timer. One of the best figures of this year, no doubt about it. CM Punk all day long. We're all here for that. So CM Punk coming in hot as the Patreon giveaway. Check out the link in the description down below. This week on the channel, or this week off the channel, I should say, I was part of the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast Captain's Log with Captain Joe Shoes, the Cowboy and the Captain, or the Captain and the Cowboy, however you want to say it. We were there chatting it up, doing things, talking about a few different things over there this week. So if you're a member of that, check out that interview. Very, very fun time over there with old Joe Shoes. Check that one out. A lot of stuff going on this week as well, though, as big announcements. You guys maybe know this. Of course, this week I did 2 toy news videos. We did one on Friday and one on Saturday. I mentioned this in both of those. However, figured to mention it again because there's not everybody that watches all the different videos. But I did announce this week I do have a book coming out. Some have compared me to a young Stephen King. I don't know. I think I'm more of a John Grisham, but you guys, you can vote from there. You can do the reviews from there. But I do have a book coming out, and it will be on the history of the Jakks Classic Superstars line. No surprise, I am a big fan of that line. We've done a video every single Tuesday on this channel for over 3 years. We are very consistent on this channel. We've had 3 videos every single day for like 2 years running, and this year, I think it was midsummer, we've had 4 videos every single day on this channel. Always out hustling everybody else. That's what you got to be. You might not be the smartest, you might not be the best, but you can out hustle everybody else. Never stop, never surrender. And that's exactly what I was doing as I was doing all that content, doing my day job, everything else in my life. I've been working behind the scenes, getting this book ready. About a year plus worth of work. I think it'll be very informative, should be really fun, should be a great coffee table book for everybody. Much more on this here in the next couple of weeks, probably a video on it as well. We'll be talking about it, but pre-orders should be the order very, very soon. So stay tuned for that. Jakks Classic Superstars. I know a lot of people like that line. Maybe you don't want to dive in. There's a lot of expensive pieces. A nice big book where you get everything. You get all the pictures, mint on card and loose from my personal collection. Should be a fun book. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. Hopefully you want to pick that one up. Much more on that in the very future. I'm sure maybe we'll do some podcasts and a few different things out there. I've already booked a few of those upcoming, and I guess if you got a podcast, you want to talk about wrestling figures, talk about anything, hit me up. We can do something out there. So let me know. Much more in the future there, but wanted to make that announcement here once again. And then another big announcement, man, the announcements, the hits keep on coming like a young Mike Nesmith, as we always do say. We do got an announcement December 11th. That would be tomorrow if you're watching this on Sunday. Rolling Oaks Mall, the wrestling shop. I will be there for a meet and greet appearance. I will be there late in the afternoon until closing time. So if you ever wanted to see me face to face, I don't know, maybe why, I don't know, you want to shake my hand, you know, do a fist bump, something like that, a big hug, whatever it takes, I will be there hanging out. Come visit, come see me at the wrestling store. Very excited to see the wrestling shop in person. Of course, you know, we'll film a video there. It'll be a lot of fun. My first ever trip to San Antonio, so very happy. I've always heard it's a heavy metal town. I heard you guys love your UFO. I've heard you love your Saxon. Guess what? So do I. Can't wait to break bread with some of you guys, hang out there, and I'll be down there for work. I guess I'm staying right over by the Alamo. You know I'm going to the Alamo. I got to see where Pee Wee made famous, Ozzy made famous, and John Wayne too. John Wayne, why not? Very excited to go to San Antonio, but Monday I will be there at the mall. Come visit me. Come say hi. Yeah, come say hi. There you go. So a lot of housekeeping right there, but we're not done here. We got to recap the week that was. I'm going to go through this pretty quick because we had a lot of videos per usual. 2 YouTube channels going, but it is best of season. We are at the award season. That means Cowboy Kyle rides again. Get the finest Kenny Roger Western shirts out of my closet. This is the time to celebrate the best of the best and maybe the worst of the worst for 2023. This week we did the top 5 peg warmers of the year. The Rio Award is what we're going to dub that one. Who knows? It could be another guy's award here in the next couple of years. We'll see how 2024 goes. We did do that video. We also did top 5 Marvel Legends Build-A-Figures of 2023. Got a ton of videos to come. All of our favorites. He-Man, G.I. Joe, a million wrestling ones. Todd McFarlane sitting there on the couch once again, joining us 2 days in a row. A lot of videos coming here for Best of Year-End Awards. A lot of those every single week. So make sure you subscribe. You don't want to miss those. Always a fun time, and I'm always interested to hear your thoughts on those. And give me your top 5, top 10s of those. Got to sound off in the comments down below, just like this video as well. So there you go. Had those going on. We did Prince Adam, Mondo Collectibles this week. Kino Foot Soldier. Earl Sinclair from the Dinosaurs, going deep in there. We did the Greatest Hits Elite. We're working our way through that. I will be finishing some of that next week on the channel. They will be, or they already are on Patreon. They've been there for like a week, but I will be releasing those next week. Fortunately, or unfortunately, I guess, depending how you look at it, Elite 106 coming to my doorstep Monday. Well, guess what? I'm gone all week. I will be gone in San Antonio and Minneapolis next week. I get back on Friday. And then I got to try to piece my life back together after missing a week of things. But I will try to be unboxing those next weekend. So going to be a little later than normal with those reviews. Can't fight City Hall, that's for sure. But we'll get those out there on the channel eventually. But we did do WrestleMania Elites this week. We finished up the unboxings of those. So stay tuned. And some good wrestling unboxings next week's coming to the channel as well. We did some G.I. Joe, of course. We did Helix. We did the Python Officer and the Trouble Bubble Python Patrol. So G.I. Joe Mania running wild on this channel. You know me, I love my Joe. So we unboxed those this week. Beast Kingdom Darkseid for something entirely different. Invisible Woman and Reed Richards Fantastic Four Marvel Select. Those were on Kyle Peterson 2.0 this week. Check those out. A lot of DC McFarlane on that channel this week as well. We also did an all-timer, a wrestling show toy hunt. It was crazy. I took like 6 girls to that show. 6 girls, my daughters and their friends. And it was crazy. Let me tell you, they fell in love with Mance Warner, though. I'll tell you that much. A guy caked in blood. They said, this is my kind of guy. So they fell in love with Mance Warner, and I believe Mance Warner even gave them a table, or was it a door? I guess a door. Check that out. That was in the toy hunt. Of course, we had another toy hunt. One on each channel every single week this week, or every week, I should say. So check out both channels. Make sure you subscribe to both channels. A lot of content going on over there, as you guys do know. But now we got to turn our attention to the question of the week. All right, let's get down to the old question of the week. And this week's question comes in from Dr. Nicholas Jones, longtime subscriber of the channel. Good brother, we'll call him. We'll call him a good brother. And also my personal doctor. Who knew that? Yes, it's true. He is my personal doctor. Great for you, Dr. Nick, to watch my videos. Always appreciate the support. I'll book my yearly physical in January if we can get our schedule together. I'll call. But I got to answer Dr. Nick's question here. With the Greatest Hits Legends coming, do you put them with older figs or do you cut them from the collection? And that's a great question there. And of course, like I always say, you can be question of the week. Put your question in the comments down below, and you too could be the question of the week next week. But it is funny, and that's one of those things. Of course, I'm knee-deep into it, unboxing Elite Greatest Hits Series 3, and I'm like, what do I do? Do I put 2 John Nadas side by side on the shelf? What do I do here? I do not cut them, at least as of now, from my collection. They join next to their brother of the past, and I try to make them as different as I possibly can. I give them different heads, different hands, if that is possible, depending on that kind of stuff. I will, like that Roddy Piper John Nada figure, I gave him a shotgun from McFarlane. Try to make him feel as different instead of just 2 of the same figures sitting there. You can't always do that. It's a little tough to do with like the natural disasters, for instance. But sometimes you do that. You put them in a tag team shelf and you put the other set maybe in a 90s wrestling shelf. There's ways around it. That's what I've found. But I could see if one day I'm out of room here and I have no more room at the inn, maybe that's what I do. Maybe I just grab some of those guys out, get a little bit more room. We'll see what happens with that one. But there is differences, and in my brain, the differences make them a different figure. As much as that is true, not always true. I don't know, but that's the answer to that one. And like I said, you want to be question of the week, like Dr. Nick, put it in the comments down below. So now we got to get down to it. Let's get down to the weekly purchases. All right, let's get down to the weekly purchases. Probably 3 rounds this week just because of space issues. I could probably get it all into one, but it's a little tough to do. So we're going to go 3 rounds this week just to be safe instead of sorry. Nobody wants to be sorry if they don't have to be. So there you go. But let's kick it off here. Let's start it off with Earl Sinclair from the Dinosaurs through the door this week. Here's old Earl. He's going to join baby Sinclair. We'll see what the future holds for the Dinosaurs line. Also got an interesting one this week from Super 7. I still have Nosferatu to unbox. Hoping to get my dad on the channel. Doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. So I'll have to unbox Nosferatu. There's an old guy that lives across the street from me. I might bring him over. He's older than my dad, but a friendly guy. A friendly guy. So I might bring him on the channel. Maybe he'd want to unbox Nosferatu with me. He seems like he might be of the same age bracket. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But I did get Super 7 Metal Luna Mutant. So I did get this one this week. Looking pretty cool for what this one is. So I might end up unboxing this one as well in the next couple of days. We'll see, but beautiful packaging design. Absolutely love the looks of that figure. So I picked that one up, of course, over at Entertainment Earth. Also got the Human Torch. I already dived into it. For the 3rd time in my lifespan, my existence, I've picked up this Human Torch figure. Don't even ask. Don't even ask why, but I got it for the 3rd time. Of course, you saw those Marvel Select unboxings on Kyle Peterson 2.0 this week. I unboxed Reed Richards and Sue Storm. Had to have this one to go with the thing. Of course, complete the Fantastic Four. There you go. So Human Torch through the door this week as well. I got this one in the mail and a little bit disappointed. Obviously, I'm opening it up. But man, this was like ran over by a truck is what it looks like here. I did finally get my Planet Fury veteran William. You know me, I'm a sucker for a hairy bipedal creature, especially a werewolf. But I got old Private William this week in the mail. But this packaging absolutely destroyed, just holding together barely. Disappointing. You never want this kind of stuff to happen, but I don't know what happened. To get hit by a car, I'm not exactly sure what's going on there. But I did get Private William. Gotta unbox that one as well. That could be a miscellaneous action figure of the year. Of course, we're doing our top 5, top 10 list. We always do a top 10 miscellaneous for some of these figures that aren't G.I. Joe, He-Man, Marvel, DC, things like that. Off the beaten path figures, and that one would be in that list. If he does make it, we'll see what happens there. Now we're going to turn our attention to a little DC action there in honor of Todd McFarlane sitting right over on the couch as I start throwing things around a little bit. But we do get a little Captain Cold. I think this was like $6 on Entertainment Earth. I used him to get free shipping on a different order, and you got to do that kind of stuff every once in a while. So Captain Cold through the door. Of course, there's a chill in the air. That's why I'm wearing a coat today. Captain Cold through the door. I also got this one here, the Deadly Duo Joker, McFarlane Toy Store exclusive. Got this guy through the door as well this week. Very cool. I was on the fence. I said, I better get it. It's a store exclusive. If you pass on it, you'll never get it again. So I did pick that one up this week. A big one that came through the door this week I was very excited about. Prince Adam Mondo Toys. Oh, everybody loves a Mondo toy. Prince Adam through the door this week. Check out the unboxing on the channel. Already got that one done, and I just knocked over some stuff. Knocked over some of Todd's stuff there, which is always tough. It always offends Todd. He's turned around. He's turned his back to me. Todd, come on, don't be like that. But anyways, I did pick up Alfred from the Batman Animated Series line. We unboxed all these over on the Kyle Peterson 2.0 channel, so if you're into Batman Animated Series, head on over there. We'll put that over there as well. Stay tuned for that. And then I did pick this one up, the old Wave Rider. I saw him at a weak moment at my Target. Don't know anything about the character, but man, he does look pretty cool there. So I picked up old Wave Rider, Target exclusive, at least as of right now, through the door. So there it is, round 1 of weekly purchases. Let's clean up. Let's move some stuff around. Get ready for round number 2. All right, let's get down to round number 2 of weekly purchases, and let's turn our attention to the AEW Jazzwares brand, as a lot of people did get this, myself included this week. It is the AEW Store Hook exclusive, shipped out this week to everybody. Hook through the door. Oh, send for Hook. Send for Hook. So got that through the door this week. I did play a little of that long game. Ringside got a lot of sales going on. I did order a bunch of stuff earlier this week for probably next week's weekly purchases from Ringside Collectibles. But I had yet to get my mint on card box of this. I said, man, I got to pull the trigger before this sells out. One of the all-time great Blood and Guts packs, CM Punk MJF. Leave the memories alone. Looking good. Had to have a mint on card sample to go with my loose one. Picked that up this week as well. And then, of course, like a lot of people out there, I picked up one of those AEW mystery box, and I put that as well on Kyle Peterson 2.0, so if you missed that one, check that out. A blind bag. At the end of the day, it is gambling. That's what it is. You don't know what you're getting. A lot of people like that kind of stuff. I'm not much of a gambler, so it's usually not for me. However, the price point was not bad. It was like $60, $54, save 10%, all that kind of stuff. You know how it goes with discount code Kyle. It wasn't a bad deal, and a lot of people complaining, oh, that's how you get rid of AEW figures. Well, at the end of the day, it's a business. You got to do what you can to move product. I thought it was a genius thing, and apparently it worked because they've been selling a heck of a lot of these mystery boxes out there. And I do believe that every single one of those, for the most part, you got at least a value of what you paid. A lot of people are mad about some of the chases. Well, that chase is basically worth what you paid the box for. Everything else, yeah, it was a $3, Chris Statlander or whatever it may be. That was kind of like it was free. So it's one of those things out there. I know it's not for everybody, but a lot of people were down against that. But what do you want a place like Ringside or these places to do? They got to move through the product somehow, and it's up to you to buy it or not buy it. So it is what it is. And I'm saying that as somebody that picked one up that probably didn't get the best box out there, and I don't know. It's one of those things. My box just wasn't very good. Who knows? Who knows? That's the way it goes. But I did get Chris Statlander. Didn't really need that, as you can imagine. I got Trent, ? Trent. Got him this week. Got Sammy G, old Sammy G in his prison outfit. Not a bad figure, though. Got that one. Of course, I got clear stands. Nope, I got the white stands, unfortunately. But maybe I'll make use of these one of these days. We got the white stands for AEW right there. But I did get my Chase, 1 of 5,000. I did get John Moxley. Of course, I already have this in my collection, so I didn't really need this one. I don't know if anybody would really want to trade, and I don't know. I need that new Thunder Rosa. I need a Hook one, but I don't think anybody's trading for those. So it is what it is. I'll probably unbox this one on the channel is probably what I'll end up doing. So Moxley through the door. That was my chase from the mystery box. Those mystery boxes are still up there. If you like to gamble, you might get a Bunny. You might get a Danhausen. You never know what you might get. That's part of the surprise, but that's what do you expect? You're gambling. You're not going to win every single time. They're not going to give you the 1 of 500 Cody Rhodes in every box. It's just not going to happen. So there it is. The more you do know, the more you know. I forgot a Todd one. I'm sorry, Todd. Todd over there on the couch. I did get this from Blue Beetle. I know absolutely nothing about Blue Beetle. I did see this movie is up on HBO Max. Maybe I'll watch it. Probably I won't. But this figure here looked very interesting, and good brother, good friend of the channel, helped me with some greatest hits a couple weeks ago. Local collector here, Jeremy. We'll call him Jeremy. He tipped me off on this. $9.99 shipped on Amazon for a deluxe figure. Can't really beat that at the end of the day. So I pulled the trigger. I said, what the heck? What the heck? I'll pull the trigger on this. Carapax. What a name. What a terrible name for a villain. Carapax. Hi, I'm Carapax from the Blue Beetle universe. I don't know, is what it is, but I did pick him up this week. The long wait was over, and I did not pull the trigger on the one we talked about last week. I don't know what I'm going to do with my life. I'm not a bobblehead guy, but I'm a bobblehead guy. I got the Mega Maniacs Ultimate Warrior bobblehead this week. Kyle, what are we doing? What are you doing with your life with these bobbleheads? You say you're not a bobblehead guy, but like 18 bobbleheads right over there prove that you're a liar. You're a liar, Kyle.
And from the planet of the mimes, the Copper Kid.
Dumb.
Stupid.
Crazy.
So I don't know, but I did get this Ultimate Warrior one. I really want to get that other one. For some reason, paying $100 for a bobblehead, it just makes my stomach hurt. So I don't know what I'm going to do. We'll see. It could be sold out by now. There's only 223 of that Warrior. We'll see what ends up happening there. But as they say, then, now, forever. You know how it goes. And so does Target. As Target had this on sale for $39.99. I have the old style packaging mint box. I said I might as well get this one for $39.99. Who knows? That's what I did. I pulled the trigger. So then, now, forever, part 2. And part 2 of weekly purchases is done. We got one more part, and it's a big part. Stay tuned. All right, let's finish off weekly purchases with the final purchase. And after almost a year, what is time, as we say, the day finally came. Moments before filming weekly purchases, got a knock on the door. My old friends FedEx were there, and they had to have a signature required, as they did drop off both of them. Of course, I did get 2 of these bad boys. I got 2 Hiss tanks through the door this week. So the Hiss tank has landed. The Hiss tank is here. All my dreams coming true right before Christmas, I guess. Not sure my plans here. I was planning on 1 mint on card, 1 loose. Definitely doing loose. We'll see what happens. Possibly 2 loose. I got to figure it all out here. But this should be an interesting one to unbox. It's a different one. It could be like an hour and a half long video. My brain is telling me, Kyle, unbox the Hiss tank. do the figures separate, kind of like we did with the new gen arena. We unboxed the arena, put the ring together, all that, talked about that, did a separate video for the figures. I think I might do the same thing for the His Tank. We'll do a video just on the His Tank, we'll do a video on Cobra Commander, and then we'll do a video probably on the drivers, everything else together as a video. So might get a couple of videos out of this one instead of like an hour and a half video of rambling madness, who knows. But the His Tank through the door, hopefully you got your His Tanks. The waiting, the hardest part, as Tom Petty, as we always know, has told me numerous times over the years. Rest in peace, Tom Petty. He said the waiting is the hardest part. Wasn't that hard this time. It was a harder wait for Galactus and Sentinel as they were like delayed and I didn't think I'd ever get them. This one came pretty quick. So shout out to the His Tank. Shout out to Hasbro, probably just knowing, hey, Kyle's a good G.I. Joe brother. Let's get that in his hands as soon as possible. Probably not, but it's fun to pretend. It's fun to pretend. There you go. So there it is. That is the weekly purchases. A big, big week. What was your weekly purchases like? Anything big this week? Did you get a His Tank? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Of course, don't forget to put your question. The question of the week could be you next week, so put that in the comments if you need to. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to both YouTube channels. Don't forget about Patreon. Big giveaway for December. Your best way to support the channel is being a Patreon member. You can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. And then, of course, don't forget social media. SirPaul64 on the X. _Kyle_Peterson on Threads. And on Instagram. And of course, you know what I'm doing. I'm rocking and rolling, strutting and strolling my way to San Antonio. And I'll see you at the wrestling shop at the Rolling Oaks Mall Monday evening. Come say hi.